r/AskReddit. If you woke up tomorrow morning a billionaire, what's the most extravagantly lavish thing you'd waste some money on? I'd have some really big statues of my mates commissioned and have them put in their gardens in the middle of the night to make them look like the kind of assholes that have statues of themselves. Bonus points if the statues have tiny ikes or huge ikes. That will make them look like assholes even more. Get my check engine light looked at. AutoZone will let you use their code reader for free. Excludes Hawaii. I'd like to buy a large piece of land and all the dirt I could and be the new owner of the tallest hill in Denmark. Current tallest point in Denmark is 171 meters. I'd say making a 200 meter tall naturally looking hill shouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for a bored billionaire. And I thought the Netherlands was flat. I think Holland Dutcheston is flatter. They just have a few solid hills to show off with. Denmark is pretty hilly, but all the hills are rubbish. I'd go to generic restaurants. Give my waiter/waitress $100 to send a glass of milk with ice in it to a specific table. The $100 would be to keep quiet about who sent the milk. I would do this several more times to the same table until they got visibly upset. No waiter in the world would stop sending ice milks. Especially after I raise the offer to $500. If I were a waiter I would gladly keep putting glasses of milk with ice in on someone's table, even if they were screaming in my face, if I made $500 each time. So yeah, I would do ice milk. Instant classic. Edit. Please stop sending me gold. This is the funniest comment I've read in this thread lol. I would buy a retired missile silo. Pimp it out. Then have the hottest underground club around. That's my retirement plan. Hell yeah. I would hire the best full-time live-in chef money could buy. This is absolutely the first luxury I would get. Delicious home-cooked meals. Not having to decide what to feed my picky toddler. Not having to do the dishes. Sounds like heaven to me. Sorry, dishwashing is extra. Buy all the houses in my street and demolish them. Then dig underground until I have a track-sized underground space. Build an inconspicuous mansion over the underground track. Invite people to my underground track and hold car races. Real life Need for Speed Underground. That is awesome. This guy has my vote to be a billionaire. Can you imagine if you voted on who got to be rich based on the parties they threw? I want to live in that world. I will do it like how the Chinese emperor did for so long. A small walled city where the only residents are members of my harem who are assisted by dudes who cut off their Reich for money. Just become the majority shareholder of HuffPo. Jesus fucking Christ. I'd build a bowling alley. Then hire Buscemi and Goodman to reprise their roles as Donnie and Walter and hang out at least 8 hours a day. This should be higher. That's some Saudi level rich behavior. D. He's basically buying 2 white people. Do you know how much 2 white people cost? Edit. Great. My highest voted post is an off-color, joke about slavery. Well, time to open a GoFundMe for a plane ticket to San Diego and a premium brand of moisturizer. I'd pay off my student loans in one go. Quite extravagant if you ask me. What will you do with the $15 you have left over? Buy myself a good hamburger. Or pizza. And a 6-pack. Penthouse apartment. 432 Park Avenue. New York City. It's not that I don't have taste. It's that I want it so badly. Edit. Just got out of my morning economics lecture to see this go crazy. I would have some badass parties and family gatherings there. I had to Google that. Holy it. Holy shot, more like what the duck, holy it, how, what, why. I'd actually buy popcorn when I go to a theater. Edit. Thank you for the gold. I saw it first thing in the morning and teared a lil. I think you're vastly overestimating what you can buy with $1 billion. Tone it down, Mr. Kangi. But I have a coupon. Remember that billionaire genius guy from Ex Machina? Yeah, that would be me. Minus the genius part. I'll buy thousands of acres of forest. Get the best internet possible and maybe some security on the perimeter so no one will bother me. Also dogs. Like at least 5 dogs. Changed wood to forest. How many Xbots were you thinking? Will you splurge on the one really high-end one that can dance with you? Nah. Read the post again. Has going with dogs not xbots. Edit. To the person that gilded me, you have just spent your hard-earned money just so you could show somebody you don't know on the internet that you like their joke about ducking dogs. Think about that for a moment. Edit number 2. Little did you know that the previous edit was actually a scheme to get more gold from suckers who actually thought I was bitter about getting gold. I think I've peaked on Reddit today. I've never gotten so many upvotes on a post before, and it is only 3 hours old as of writing this edit. I guess I woke up today to be the Reddit equivalent of a billionaire. Keep on with the golden shower, you depraved imbeciles. Full on workshop with a wooden blacksmith shop and one. Edit. There are many worried about my safety. I already have the property picked out. I have been watching it for several years. It is 20 acres in a town just south of me with an old pallet factory on it. There is plenty of space for safety precautions and space for tools, so many tools. My dad would be all up in your business asking about your 14 different saws. 14. I counted at least 41. House with one of those ridiculously large pools with like a waterfall and a slide and multiple jacuzzis. And I want wall-to-wall aquariums in my house. And I'd be one of those people who builds a mansion for their dog in the backyard. The dog can have its own pool and water slide. No jacuzzi for the dog. Penny pincher. Dogs are excellent at making their own bubbles. Custom tailored clothes. Not just suits and dresses. I want my shirts and jeans to be tailored to fit me. This is actually relatively cheap to do. Couple of bucks per item at your local dry cleaners. I'm trying to teach myself to make it cheaper though. Where can you get this done for a couple of bucks? $30 minimum for pound alterations where I am. Spend half of it on a divorce. Edit. Wow. My half-cocked comment on a 3-hour-old post seems to have exploded. For relevant information to all the people suggesting Hitman. I love my wife who cooks. It just turned out that, since I don't believe anymore in the church, that a marriage is probably not something I should have done. If I have everything, losing half of it would feel like nothing. But since I have nothing, losing half of it would feel like everything. Edit. Too seriously, people. Stop suggesting Hitman. It isn't remotely cool or funny. Now that's extravagant. I'd buy a helicopter. A big one. Painted up all flashy. Then at about 4:15 PM the next day I'd have that ducker land in the parking lot of work to pick me up. That's how I'd retire. Make it look like a governed hello. Get a bunch of dudes in suits and glasses to get out and ask for you. Saying they need your help. National emergency and only you can help. Go in the next day and explain that for classified reasons. You will need to end your employment there. And then go strut out to the chopper. Turn around. And throw up a pair of peace signs like Nixon. Oh hell yes. I'd make a whole floor in my house a shower. Dude, seriously, the only goal I have in life is to have the perfect shower that I designed myself. With seats like a sauna. Heated floors. Sealed indoors, so there's no cold spots. iPod controlled TV/music. Gas lamps. Edit. Duck. I duck. Are you happy, Reddit? I what? Don't leave me hanging like that, man. Nap purchases in mobile games. You won't have enough. I know of this game called Tinker Island. The basic microtransactions are anywhere between 30-60 bucks or so for a single character and some minor resources. I would never wear the same pair of socks twice. Few things are better than that feeling of putting on a new pair of socks for the first time. I'm a boring, content person. I have considered doing this. There's a store in the UK called Primark that sells 5 pairs of socks for PS2. They're reasonable quality for what you pay, but feel really good the first time you put them on. A week of socks is PS 2.80. A month is PS 12.00. A year is PS 150. That's less than I spend on my phone, all for that new sock feeling. TM. I'm living with negative money. So I'm not going to do it, but I've definitely thought about it. Have done a similar calculation for Primark underwear, but they are not as good as the socks. I would buy a copy of WinRAR. My fiance bought Winra because she felt bad that nobody ever buys it. Mayo. That's why she will marry you. Chef and a cleaner. A cleaner. A gardener. A handyman. A masseuse. A personal assistant. I grade saffron. In a bag. Possessed by a genie. I too was on Reddit yesterday. I would come on Reddit and look for a thread like this. Pick a top comment. And make it come true. Here come the ice milks. I would somehow find a way to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on pizza. Edit. Now my highest rated comment is me admitting that were I to have billions of dollars, my top priority would be pizza. Nice. You can never go wrong with pizza. I'd have an authentic Chicago deep dish delivered in a warming bag via drone to my house daily. You're thinking too small. I'd have Chicago delivered via drone to my house. Really need new clothes. That's extravagant to me, hahaha. Imagine walking around and buying everything you liked. But I'd probably go hire a ton of people to finish my house renovations. A family member and her husband had a really hard time. They were always running it close on their bills. A lot of the time behind. They ended up with coming into some money. All she wanted was new jeans. She hadn't had any since high school. Made me sad. I just busted out the neon my last pair of jeans that I bought in 2010. I've had a couple of pairs since that people kicked down. But they blew out already. I'm seriously like, where do I get that pants money out of my budget? Yeah. If I have $1 billion tomorrow, I'm getting pants first.